Hello, Facebook friends. How are you guys this evening? It's Renee McLaughlin. I know you already know who I am, and I am so happy to be here with you. Tonight, I wanted to talk about how we can create a consistent habit. And so I asked a question in the Facebook T-Tapp Tips group. So, do you have a trouble being inconsistent? And I want to tell you, just from maybe noon until now, we had 81 people say, yes, I'm not consistent. And right there, hey, Kate said, help. Yes, I know. So I'm here to tell you, I'm hoping that I can just give you a few ideas. Believe me when I tell you, if I could just reach into that computer to your house, grab you and go, come on, let's T-Tapp together and make it work and give you a habit. Gosh, I would love to do that. So we all know it's an issue. So what are all the reasons that we have trouble creating a consistent habit? Well, let's face it, one of them is time. Now, we are busy women and we all have our own lives. We've got kids, we have husbands, we have careers, we have aging parents. Oh my goodness, we've got so much. And then there's, how do I have time to take care of me? I'm going to share some ways with you in just a minute. Another way, and this is a very interesting one that I heard some of you say, is, you know what, Renee, I got really consistent and I do it for a while. And one lady even said, I do it until I started to get results and then I stop. I'm still trying to unravel that. I love the way she said that because that's the truth. It's like, what is going on? Why do I do it till it works and then I stop? And for each of us, we all have our own reasons, right? Is it fear of failure? Is it, I'm not worth it? There's just so much around that. And for any of you, I'd, be happy and love to explore that with you if that's something that you're interested in. I do a lot of coaching around that because it is very different for each one of us. And so there is no pat answer that I can give you for that. Here's another thing. Let me ask you guys something. Do you enjoy T-tapping? Is this something that you enjoy? If so, give me a why. I'd love to see how many of you do whys. And I say that because I know that there are at least some of you out there who are like, you know what, Renee? I know I should do T-Tapp. I should, but I just can't get myself to put that DVD in there and put it up and start to do it. And my question is, why? And maybe part of it is because you know what? You just don't like it. So if you don't like it, don't make yourself crazy about trying to do it. Years ago, I went to a conference with Chalene Johnson. If any of you know her, she's a top fitness person. She's just really an amazing human. Quite frankly, I kind of hate her because, like, is it really fair that you're born gorgeous, okay, with some hot body, and you're brilliant, and you're oh so successful, and you've got a hot husband? Okay, sorry. No, I just love Chalene. She really is an amazing human. And she said something that was really, I just loved, and I want to share it with you guys. And that is, she said, everybody has their soulmate workout. I love that. And I have a few soulmate workouts, and these are just workouts that you love, okay? Why would you spend any time in this short life that we have, in the short amount of time that you might have to give to yourself during the day, doing something that you don't love? Don't do it. If T-Tapp is not something that makes your heart sing and you just don't enjoy it, my goodness, go find something that you do. Go do Zumba. Go do dance. Go do whatever it is. Walk, run. I don't care what it is. Find a movement that you love. Just dance. I love to dance. I love to dance. I love to move. I love to do somatics. I love to do T-Tapp. Well, no, I don't love it all. I love what I love. And those are the things when it's like, okay, I've got my 10 minutes to move. Believe me, I don't go to something that I don't like. Why? Even if I think it's good for me, anything that you're going to do to move is going to be a great thing. All right. So just find something that you love. It's so important. By the way, the brain really reacts best when it's playing, when we're moving for pleasure, and when we're relaxed. We need those three things for our brain to actually get juicy, build new neural pathways, and really release the body from a lot of the tension that we're holding. Three things: play, move with pleasure, enjoy yourself, and relax. Those are three great prescriptions for some good health, I would say. The other thing that I do want to say to you too is sometimes I'm not sure that we even understand why. Is there really a reason that we should move? Is it really going to matter? Because let's face it, okay, let's be honest here with each other. If you move for 15 minutes, do you really think that's what's going to do it? Just doing that for 15 minutes and all of a sudden you're just going to shrink and have the hot body that you're looking for? Probably not, especially when we spend the other 23 hours and 45 minutes of our life sitting. Do you really think that that 15 minutes is going to cinch you in and lose all kind of weight and inches? Well, I mean, it might, but for most of us, no. So why are we going to do it? Well, there's lots of reasons to do it, but the biggest reason is so that we can feel good just moving in the body, so that as we get older, we can continue to do all the things that we want to do from a movement standpoint, so that we can get down into the floor and up, so that we can play with our grandchildren, so that we can throw a ball, so we can garden, so we can walk in the park, so we can travel and move with our friends and our family. That's why we move. And the human body was designed to move. Now, notice, I didn't say it was designed to get up and exercise hard for 15 minutes a day, or for 30 minutes, or 45, or an hour. It was just designed to move. That's what we did, right? We crouched down as women at the fire. We're tending the fire. We're picking. We're handing the children. We're moving all the time. We're not sitting all day hunched up in front of electronics. Now, that being said, let's face it, so many of our lives, that's the reality of our life, okay? We are having to sit at the computer all day. We are having to do whatever it is we're doing that maybe involves us sitting a lot. So that being said, we have to find things that we can do that can unlock our bodies. Because the longer that we sit like this, the more that fascia bounds up. And then this is it. So when people say, oh, I'm just getting older, I'm walking like this, that's just what it's like to get older, I'm here to challenge you. That's just not true, okay? What it does mean, however, is that you've spent more years not moving. And so obviously, the longer you spend hunched like this, the more the body's going to be like this. It doesn't have anything to do with aging, okay? So that being said, can you unlock the body? If you've been like this, yes, with gentle movement. What did I say about the brain too? Moving with pleasure, okay? So I do this when I'm talking just to give you ideas that it's not about getting up and doing some big exercise program. Not to say that that's not helpful and good, but to say that if you don't have the time and if you don't like it, you can still get so many benefits from just moving during the day, okay? You can see what I'm doing. It isn't all that hard when you're sitting in front and you're chopping vegetables or you're cooking to just do some of this. Taking some deep breaths and curling and just moving the body in all different directions, okay? Just this. Guess what? Create a consistent habit of just doing this. Now, curling and scooping. Okay, primary backstretch is such a primary move, okay? Especially the second part where we're curling and we're scooping. Don't want to do it all exactly like this. There's so many ways to do it. Bring your legs out, hands here. Think about tucking under, hunching, bring your elbows forward, right? So you're curling, lifting up and arching. We are so locked up in our backs that most of us don't have flexibility in the spine. And this is what ages us. Locking up. Have you ever seen anybody, and if you might look in the mirror, if you can see behind you, right, with one of these mirrors, if your back looks like it's one solid sheet, you're locked up. If you can't do this, I love to do hip rotations. This is another thing that's really good. Now notice, my upper body is not moving. I'm going to completely make circles, complete circles with my hips. My upper back isn't moving. Now, why is that? Because I've unlocked everything. I have spinal undulation. This is what is so important, to be able to move. And when you're like this all day, seated, look what happens. We lock, and then we're like this. And then it's like, okay, let's do hip rotations. It's all one unit. So I'm just sharing with you, these are the things. I don't want you to beat yourself up because you just don't get out that DVD, stick it in and do your half hour, 45 minutes or whatever it is, every day. That's not required. So stop beating yourself up, okay? I'm going to take that read that you've been hitting yourself with. I'm going to take it away from you. Okay, how's that? All right, and let's breathe and let's start to just love ourselves back to feeling good. Okay, love ourselves. Move with pleasure. Okay, I happen to love T-Tapp. I love the activation. I love to combine it with the somatics. I love to combine it with this because it is a little bit rigid. But if you don't, just find ways to move. Now, I wanted to share with you a couple other little things that you can do. You're sitting anyway in front of that computer. Can you not take 5 minutes, 5 minutes an hour? Okay, maybe that's too much, but I'm going to go with starting with 5 minutes. Okay, you're sitting. Okay, so make sure when you're sitting in front of that computer, you're on the edge of your chair. Don't sit back. You sit back, what are you going to do? You're hunching. Okay, this is not good. So you want to be on the edge. Ideally, you want to be so that the knees and the hips, or knees are right out from your hips. In other words, not drop down. Why? Think about all the weight on those knees, especially when you put your feet behind. That's not healthy. You want the ankle right under, and might as well even give yourself straight feet, and then you can press up and release. So every hour, stop and just start doing some curls and scoops. I'm going to go to the side just so you can see. It's a little hard to see from here. So, what are we doing? First, you're sitting up tall, right? You have that strong back. Bring your arms up, okay? Just think, relax the lower back. Then think, reach the shoulders forward, and then roll back, and then roll up, and roll back. You can bring the shoulders up. Good, arch up. How about you is just doing some of these, right? Just maybe bring an elbow up above your head like that and come on over. Think about pop your ribs that way. Do a bit of a reach and scoop. Oh yeah, you can do reach. Use that hand. Press the ribs that way. Stretch yourself out there. How about doing some rotations? Coming up and back. How about just rotating the shoulder? Come forward, rotate back. Do them with both of them. Rotate forward and open. What are we doing all day when we're at the computer? We're like this. So you want to go the other way. Open. Rotate forward and open. How about just doing some little rotations? Yes, work in the spine. I'm telling you, when you do these, you're still going to get warm because you're using every muscle from here. We're doing our whittle the middle. So we're doing some T-Tapp twist stretches. That's what that is. How about coming over, putting a hand, you could, depending on where your flexibility is, you can either go inside. I like to go to the outside. Remember, you're going to press the leg against the hand, hand against leg, so that the knee does not come in when you go to change, just like T-Tapp twist. Take the other hand back on your chair. Inhale, and then knit those ribs together as you turn. What are we trying to do? Get the shoulders straight to the side, and then watch that you keep those knees in alignment so you get that nice twisty stretch. You can even roll down a little if you wanted to. Oh my goodness, look at that. And back again, right? And then just move. Make sure that you're always moving the shoulders. I know so many of my clients come to me with frozen shoulder. Well, of course, because we're not moving it, okay? So whatever you need to do, just little rotations if that's what you need. All right, feet. I'm all about those feet. So you've seen probably, if you've seen any of my my classes or my Facebook Lives, I love doing fascia work on the feet. So I have my little tennis ball down here. Yeah, put your tennis ball underneath your chair and just roll your feet on the tennis ball. Keep that fascia moving down there. Not only will it help the feet, but the fascia, because it's all connected all the way, what you do in one place, it adjusts the fascia all the way up. So it's really good to help you loosen up knees, the fascia trousers, and then all the way up. Work the feet. You can do that all day long while you're there in the chair, keeping that fascia nice and loose. So these are just some things that you can do just sitting in a chair. Just move during the day. That's critical. How about when we're just standing there cooking? So you might have seen on my YouTube channel, I have a few that I call my kitchen sink stretches. Because again, when we're sitting there at the kitchen sink, we're feeding our family, we're cooking, we're boiling our water, getting our coffee ready. We have at least 2 minutes to hang there. Great time. How about just drop? Just drop. Drop your head, drop your shoulders, bend the knees, do a little bouncing, do a little side to side. Yes, work the fascia, move the torso. You can pretend like this, we're pretending like my Buddha kicker is our kitchen sink or whatever you have on there. What else can you do? You can stretch out in those legs. You can lift up and down, right? You can come on here holding on to the sink. You can press back, curl, arch, and come up. So use the things that you have in your house to just get movement. This way, it's not about taking out, 15, 20, 30, 50 minutes out of your precious day to do a workout. You can just move. And then with the moving, you're going to start to loosen everything up. And when you loosen up, think about this too. Think about how much energy is locked up in those tight muscles. Now, if you're not sure about that, you know what? If you start to squeeze and make a bicep and squeeze and come out, can you tell how much energy it takes? It takes a lot of energy, right? To really compress a muscle and then to lengthen it. Well, think about this. When your body's like this and you're locked up, think about how much energy your life force is being taken to hold yourself so tight. So the good news is when you start to release that tension and start to get more mobility, it's releasing all that energy that's been stuck in the body. So that's why all of a sudden people are like, geez, I don't get it. I just started to move a little bit and I got so much more energy. Yes, because you're unlocking the energy that you've got locked in, holding in those muscles. Isn't that cool? So again, it doesn't take much to really help you feel so much better. Now, you guys know when you start to feel better, for the most part, that's self-motivating, right? Then you're like, oh, okay, I just did a little, I'll do a little bit more, okay? And that's how we build a habit. We start with just a few little things, then we start to feel better, and then we go to the next thing. But it's not like beating ourselves up and punishing ourselves for some unknown horrible thing that we've done, not taking care of ourselves. We just continue to beat ourselves up, and that's a downward spiral. So just beginning to move, unlock the energy, is an upward spiral. So push in here. I would love it if you would put, how about a W for yes? I know. I already did a W, a Y, so give me a W if that sounds right, okay? So somebody says, and Janet, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry to hear that, and I can understand that. And when we get depressed and anxious, it's really hard to get ourselves up off the couch. But here's what I will tell you, and I know this for a fact, and that is if you just take the first step. I don't mean get up and do some workout, but you know what? Maybe if you can just get up and take a walk. Just say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to take a walk for 5 minutes. If you have any parks nearby you, any place that there's trees or water or some nature, that is so healing. If you just go out there and just start walking a little bit, I'm here to tell you, if you do that much, it will come back and it will just make you feel so much better. And it's just a great way to begin to start, okay? Just start moving. Movement is so healing. And we know statistically that movement is as powerful and as effective, if not more, than antidepressant medication, and without any of those side effects. So I'm just here to tell you my heart goes out to you, and use movement really to help you heal. Get up off the couch when you can, and let's start to move and move together. So I'm so glad. Thank you guys for the W's, right? Just move and stop beating ourselves up. The other thing that I find that we women tend to do is we use exercise as a punishment. Okay, so we're going to do it. We're going to get in there. We're going to, and it's all this intensity. Okay, and it's kind of like, as we do it, we're doing it like because we feel like we're trying to punish ourselves. If you can at all shift the paradigm into, let's give ourselves movement as a way, as a gift, as a gift. It's a gift to be able to move our bodies pain-free. And the way we have to do that is just to start moving. Think of it instead, not as a punishment, but as a gift. And how can I, as I'm moving, how can I create movement that's pleasurable? How can I move with pleasure? What could that look like for me? Just start asking yourself that question and see what shows up for you, okay? If it's not T-Tapp, it's okay. Even if there's no, I like to always say, don't should on yourself. I know, but I've heard T-Tapp is really good for me and I should be doing it, but I just can't make myself because I really don't like to sit there and listen to her talk. I get that, okay? So don't do it. Stop punishing yourself, okay? Don't do something that you can't find pleasure and joy in. That's my biggest message for you tonight. So the other thing that I did want to come on and just mention, and thank you girls for all your W's. I love that, so that we're all on the same page with that. You know, last week I did a Formed Hips live online clinic. It was a coaching, and had such phenomenal ladies on. And I got to tell you, we had a blast. I had a blast, okay? And I think most of us that came on really enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, at the end, we had like a Q&A. It was on Saturday, just kind of sharing. Girls, it went on for over 2 hours. We had such a good time. We shared so much great information, and really we're just connecting. T-Tappers are social. We're supportive of each other. We're not judgmental. It's just like we all show up for the same reason, and it was just fun. And in the end, it was kind of like it was kind of a letdown when there was Monday morning, and I'm like, gosh, it's Monday at 12:30 and I don't have my girls to come meet with. And I got a lot of feedback, and a lot of you felt the same way. So and then I had people say, would you do a class at 12:30? And listen, here's the problem with live classes, and I understand. The times that I can do it on Eastern Standard isn't always the best time for all of you, and I know that. But I decided, you know what? We got a lot of people on at 12:30. It appeared to be a pretty good time for a lot of you. So I created, I'm just going to do it for 3 weeks. We're going to see how it is. Not every day. You don't need to do it every day. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to get on live. We're going to do just T-Tapp for 30 minutes. It's a metabolic midday boost. 30 minutes. 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So adjust. If you're on the Pacific Coast, it's 9:30, which is a whole lot better than my 9 o'clock class, which is 7 in the morning. And trust me, I wouldn't be up at any 7 to do a workout. Just saying, okay? So I can understand that. But hopefully 12:30 will give some of you some time. For those around, maybe it would be at lunchtime. Love to have you come and show up. Doing a live class is a great way to create a consistent habit. It really, really is. I've been doing my T-Tapp at 9 o'clock now for years, and I have ladies who have been with me consistently for years. And I'm not going to say her name because she didn't give me permission, but there is one lady that I absolutely love. She had not been exercising at all, and she knew she needed to, and she thought, all right, I'm just going to sign up for Renee's classes for a month just to kind of get me going. And that was about 7 or 8 months ago, and she's still there with us, and she is there almost every day. And one of the things that's just helpful is when you commit to doing a live class, you put it on your calendar, right? You pay a little bit. There is a charge, not a lot, but you pay a little bit. But important, okay? Because it shows a commitment. It shows a commitment to you. You commit to that. It's 12:30, and you know what? The homeschooled kids can be sitting there doing their thing, okay? The mailman, the milkman, the window washer, they can wait for you for 30 minutes. We show up, we do our workout. That's our commitment to ourselves, and we go on our day. Not every day, 3 days a week. So I'm starting those on Monday, this coming Monday, 12:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 3 weeks. So go on. I'm just going to click this on my banner just so you can see this. If you're not sure, you can always go to mystretchstudio.com and go to T-Tapp classes, and it's the first one there. Come and join us, you guys. It's so much more fun. Moving with pleasure, having community that we all get together. It was a blast, I'm telling you. And I hope that you guys will join us. Let's T-Tapp together for 30 minutes. And in those 3 days, oh, by the way, I'm also going to be recording them. Nobody will see you, just me. And you'll have those recordings, but only through the 3 weeks and a couple days later, okay? And that's just if you want to continue to do them throughout the week. And if you happen to miss one, you'll have that, okay? So you will get that as well. And I hope you do, because it was just fun, and it's a great way to create a consistent habit. So I hope that I gave you just some ideas. If nothing else, listen, beating yourself up is stressful. It doesn't do anything but make you feel even worse about yourself. And see, one more thing I can put myself down on, and I'm not going to let you do that. Do not do that to yourself, okay? Move with pleasure. And if you're not moving with pleasure, then find some way to do it. How's that? I'll just end it with that. Thank you, guys. Let me just say a quick hello to all my friends. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Charmaine. Good to see you, darling. And Janet, blessings to you, honey. And Lisa was on, and she said it was a great class. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that. And Tina's on. Hey, Tina and Jill. So glad to see you there. And Monica, Chappie, thanks. And Kate, I'm so glad you came on today too. Laura's on. Ellen has been doing all the challenges. And she's been doing, I did it. So good for you, girl. And I want to mention that that's really, I love that when we do these on the Facebook group, that we then have them in what's called units. I just want to put your attention to that. Units are on the side left-hand menu in our group under discussion. And you can click on that. And there is so much gold in there, you guys, because we've been doing this group for a long time. I have interviews in there that I did with Teresa Tapp back for years on retreats, before retreats, for 60-day challenges. And if you think they're dated and it's old information, you are very wrong. That information is going to be good forever. So, I like to listen to them sometimes in the car. If you don't want to just kind of sit and watch, don't have time, it's a great thing. Or when I'm walking, sometimes I'll put my headset on and listen to some of those great stuff. Lots of challenges in there, and you can just click on them and go and do that. So I'm so glad that you guys are making good use out of that. I appreciate that. And my darling Sin, hello. Yeah, Sin has been working. And I happen to know, some of us also have some adrenal fatigue. And again, just saying that if you do have adrenal fatigue, if you have fibromyalgia or any of these things, it's still so critical to move. If you don't, we lock up. So I'm just repeating. I know, shut up, Renee, you've already said it. I know I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that you have to do a big movement, but you need to still move with pleasure. And when you feel that adrenal hit, stop. You're good for the day. Maybe do some curls and scoops. I've had complete adrenal exhaustion where I was out on the couch for a long time. So I'm not speaking from not knowing about it. I've had it. I've healed from it. Okay. And I know what it feels like for myself when my adrenals start to get that hit. I know that feeling, and I know it's time to back off a little bit. So we have to listen to the body, but that doesn't mean that we stop moving, right? So good. Thank you for that. All right, you guys, I won't take up any more of your time. It's been a joy. Love to see some of you come work out with us at 12:30. If not, if the time's not good, doesn't matter. Go and do units, do your challenge, sit in your chair, arch and scoop, work your ball with your feet, work the kitchen sink. It's just all great. It's all great movement. So thanks so much, you guys. Love you all. Blessings. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.